The special KMIR News Update, Decision 2016. Brought to you by General Air Conditioning and Plumbing and the law offices of Jeffrey A. Weaver.
Hello once again and welcome back to KMIR's Decision 2016 coverage. I'm Janet Zappala. We're going to go right to Vince Marino. He's live with the Democrats in Rancho Mirage tonight. Vince, what do you have for us?
Well, Janet, people have just started to trickle in here at the show at Agua Caliente Casino Resort and Spa. We are expecting about 500 people to be here tonight. I've also been told that Congressman Raul Ruiz, who is running for re-election, will speak to the crowd tonight. Greg Rodriguez, who is running for California's 42nd Assembly District, will also speak. Numbers are just starting to trickle in from the East Coast, so people here are watching those numbers very carefully. I spoke with Howard Katz. He is the chair of the Riverside County Democratic Party. He said he is very optimistic about how the results will go tonight. I've also been told that the Democratic headquarters of the desert have made over 2,000 calls today alone, asking people if they voted, asking if they can get to the polls, even offering a ride to get to the polls if they can't do that. But until the polls close here tonight at 8 p.m., all we can do is watch and wait. Janet.
Yeah, Vince, looking forward to those speakers a bit later on. We'll get back to you, and you have about an hour and a half still left to get to the polls. Now to the Republicans. Angela Monroe live in La Quinta tonight with more on that. Hi, Angela.
I'm out here in La Quinta at the East Valley Republican headquarters, where so far dozens of people have showed up. We've heard cheering as, of course, the latest results have come out from different polling locations that have closed across the country. Of course, ours don't close until 8. Now, here at the Republican headquarters, they're watching for several key races. Of course, mainly, the president, Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton. But another one that's big is our 36th congressional district for House of Representatives. Currently, that is, of course, held by incumbent Raul Ruiz, but Republican Jeff Stone is running against him. He's currently been senator for the 28th district, and he also, before that, was a supervisor for years for Riverside County. And the other one they're watching is a state race for the 42nd Assembly, and that is Chad Mays, who is the Republican leader, the minority whip, and he is running, currently he's the incumbent, and Greg Rodriguez is running against him. So once again, a busy night here at Republican headquarters in La Quinta as they watch for the latest numbers. We'll check back in with you shortly. Live in La Quinta, I'm Angela Monroe, KMIR News.
Thank you, Angela. Of course, a lot of races going on, but many propositions. Yeah. And that has made news as well because there are so many, 17 ballot propositions this year.
The most we've had in 16 years.
Wow.
$473 million spent on these ballot props. Just to put that in perspective, that's twice as much money as Donald Trump raised for his entire presidential campaign.
And what does that mean to you and me when they spend that kind of money?
It's easier to get things passed during a presidential election year because the turnout is higher. In a low turnout year, you get more no votes. And so if you have an idea, if you can get it on the ballot, you've got a better shot getting it passed.
And why so many props this time around?
Well, there are a couple of reasons. One is that the state legislature has abdicated its responsibility on a lot of things, and they just leave it to the voters. And also, it's easier to get something on the ballot because the number of signatures required to get it on the ballot depends on turnout last time. And as it happens, we had low turnout last time. Next time it'll be harder because this is a high turnout election.
All right, what about Prop 51, public school facility bonds, money then would go, I think, $9 billion to fund improvement and construction of school facilities for K through 12 and community colleges.
This is behind, it was put on by the contractors. I call it the no contractor left behind proposition. Okay. I don't think it's going to pass, but we'll see.
All right, Prop 55, extension of the Prop 30 income tax increase. So what does that mean for us?
This means people making above $250,000 a year paid higher taxes for the last few years. This is an extension of that tax. The unions are behind it. I don't know which way that one is going to go, but that's what it's about.
All right, we'll talk more about these props. So much more to cover. We'll be back in about 30 minutes right here as our election coverage 2016 continues right here on KMIR News.